Hey guys, it's Angela from the blog AngelaMarieMade.com, and today I'm going to be doing some DIY pantry shelves as part of my pantry reorganization makeover. Right now, I currently have ugly wire shelving that I really don't like, so I'm going to show you how I make the DIY wood pantry shelves that are going to be used instead. But first, before we get started, let's take a look at what my pantry currently looks like. It's really embarrassing because it's super messy, but hey, that's why I'm giving it a makeover. Alright, let's take a look. Begin by clearing all of the pantry items out of your pantry, and then remove the current shelving that you have. We had a wire shelving, so to remove wire shelves, we used a screwdriver and a pry bar to pry them off the wall. They wouldn't just unscrew from the wall because there were anchors into the drywall with them, so that's why we had to use a pry bar. And then, because I was going to be putting our new shelves in the same spot as the old shelves, I didn't fill the holes on the back wall. I just lightly sanded over them so that the shelf supports will sit flat against the wall. But on the sides of the pantry, I did fill with some spackle those holes because those will show with the new shelves. And after filling them with spackle, I let them dry and then sanded down the spackle. Next, you want to cut your wood pantry shelves to size. My pantry was about 29 inches long on the back wall. I cut 5 1x12 boards with a circular saw to 29 inches. But of course, this will be a custom size according to the length of your pantry. And you can use a circular saw or a miter saw to make the cuts, or you can have your home improvement make the cuts for you as well. And another really important step to remember before moving forward with your shelves is to sand your wood boards really well. It makes a huge difference with the staining and finishing process. I chose to stain my pantry shelves in Minwax Provincial. It's one of my favorite stain colors. If you need tips for staining, check out my How to Stain Wood tutorial, which I've linked below. After allowing the boards to fully dry, I added 2 coats of polyurethane for extra protection on the shelves in case there was any pantry items that leak. The next step is to cut the 1x2 pantry shelf supports to size. And for 1x2s, you can either use wood or you can use pre-primed MDF boards like I did, which I got from Lowe's. They work great and they save time because they're pre-primed and they're also super cheap. For the back pantry shelf supports, go ahead and cut from the 1x2s boards that are the same size as your wood pantry shelves. So my 5 pantry shelves are 29 inches each. So I cut 5 1x2s at 29 inches for my back supports. Then I cut 5 more for a total of 10 because the other 5 will be for the front trim pieces that will go under the shelves in the front. Next, cut the 1x2 side supports. Because a 1x12 board is 11 1/4 inches wide and the back support is going against the wall first and a front trim piece will go under the shelf, your side supports should be cut to 9 3/4 inches long. To attach your shelf supports to the wall, you want to begin by using a pencil and marking where you want your pantry shelves to be hung on the wall. I kept the same location as my old shelves and allowed for 11 inches between the top and bottom of each shelf. I first attached my boards with a brad nailer to hold them in place since I was installing them all by myself. Continue to repeat this step for all of the side support boards as well. For these boards, I actually had to use my mini level so that it would fit on the side. Once I had all of them attached to the wall after using a brad nailer, I went back and used a stud finder to locate the wall studs, and then I drilled a screw that was 1 1/4 inches long through the supports into the wall stud to make them extra secure. Continue to repeat this step for all of the side support boards as well. Also, if you run across the issue that you don't have a wall stud on one of the walls, you can also use wall anchors instead. After your shelf supports have been hung on the wall, go ahead and fill any holes and paint your pantry supports and wall. I filled all my nail holes in with some spackle, and I wasn't going to fill the screw holes in because they weren't really going to show, but I actually later on after filming this went back and did fill the screw holes in because I realized some of them did show. So after I filled them with spackle, I painted over them. And then I painted my wall with Alabaster by Sherwin-Williams in an eggshell finish. Also, at this point, I painted my 5 1x2 front trim boards too, which were not installed yet, and allowed them to fully dry as well. I figured it'd be much easier to paint them now before installing them. The last step is to attach your stained wood pantry shelves to the support boards and to add the front painted trim board pieces. Start from the bottom and place your first stained wood pantry shelf on top of the support. After you place it down, use a clamp to hold one of the 1x2 front trim boards underneath of the stained shelf and secure it in place with a brad nailer and 1 1/4 inch brad nails. After the front trim board has been attached to the stained board, go ahead and attach the stained board to the shelf support with brad nails along the edge of it. And continue this step for each shelf until you are finished installing all of your wood pantry shelves. For a summary of all the steps I used in this tutorial, you can check out my link below. Also, I've linked below all the materials that I've used in this project for your reference. I love how my DIY pantry shelves turned out. I'm loving the stained wood and painted white trim combo together. And now it's time to get this pantry stacked back up and organized. Next week I'll be sharing another DIY project that I'm doing to help keep things organized in this pantry so that it doesn't get super messy like it did before. Well, at least hopefully not. Anyways, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you for stopping by and please subscribe to my channel.